Hey everyone, welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. You know the spiel where we do wood signs and DIYs. So you guys, I'm super excited to kick Halloween off with a Hocus Pocus wreath. Some fun facts about me is one, Hocus Pocus is my favorite Halloween movie like ever. Two, I legit watch it every single day. It plays at least one time a day while I am crafting on my TV down here. I don't necessarily watch it, but it's just like background noise and I repeat like it word for word. And I just love the movie. And third, my favorite Halloween movie is definitely Practical Magic. So I'm super excited. I got inspired to make this wreath by just going into the Dollar Tree and seeing their super cute polka dot and striped glitter pumpkins, and it took off from there. I was super excited and I wanted to show you guys. This is going to be a big wreath, and I am so excited about this wreath, and I'm so excited to start doing some Halloween DIYs for you. I did ask y'all what you guys wanted, if you guys just wanted Halloween decor, fall decor, a mix. So it seems like everybody still wants to see fall, Halloween, and just regular DIYs. So I'm going to try and stick with that for y'all. I hope you guys enjoy this. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I feel so weird with all of this makeup on right now. And it's not even like a full face of makeup because I'm not even wearing like full on foundation, but it just feels so weird to have lipstick on, an actual eyeshadow. Oh, if you guys watched my, I didn't do a haul on it. I posted on my Instagram account the flower beauty that I found at the Dollar Tree, and I am wearing the black cream eyeshadow. Let's see. Sorry for that up close and personal, but it's just like a smoky black color. I think it's midnight something, and it has like a little bit of glitter in it, but it's not like loose glitter where it falls all over your face. It is really nice. I applied it with an eyeshadow brush, so I didn't have to like use my finger or anything, and it went on so smoothly and effortlessly. If you find more colors, pick them up. I've only been able to find the black, but I just wanted to share that info with you guys. And if you ask about my shirt, my girlfriend made it for me. She's made all my graphic tees. I know you guys have been asking lately about them. She no longer sells t-shirts because she is homeschooling 3 babies right now. But I am thinking about putting shirts up in my Etsy shop. So if you'd be interested in that, comment down below so I know to start doing that. But it's such a cute, says Max likes your yabos, hashtag Hocus Pocus. And I love these like jersey shirts. Okay, so I keep saying we're gonna get into it, but we're really gonna get into it. All right, you guys, let's do this. All right, here this beauty be, you guys. I am so excited. Okay, so I got this wreath from Hobby Lobby. It's $8.99 for a 24-inch, and then you use your 40% off coupon. So this is a steal. And then all the accessories I'm using, I got from the Dollar Tree in the Halloween section, obvi. And some of the stuff I don't end up using. Don't mind my cookie, and that's a protein cookie. Don't mind me. Just eating and crafting, you know, the usual. So these little like branches things, this is what inspired me, and those little polka dot pumpkins. I was like, I have to make a Hocus Pocus wreath with this. So at first, you guys, I'm thinking I'm just going to stick the entire like branch in the wreath. So I go ahead and do that all the way around. And then I'm like, okay, these are sticking up way too far. And we live in Kansas. We have a storm door in front of our, our house door. So I was like, this is just going to get smashed. So I end up not going this route with this. And this is what's fun about making wreaths. Like, nothing is permanent. You could take things out, you could play around with them. So I wasn't filming at first, but luckily I did not finish it all. Okay, so I'm going to take my branches, I'm going to take my wire cutters, And again, I don't know what wire cutters these are because I took them from my husband. But I am going to cut all of those little individual branches off. Make sure you do keep them as long as you can though, so that you have more flexibility with how you're going to place them. Now, you guys, I love these wreath forms because they make sticking, like, see Everett, he's sticking them in there. It makes building these wreaths so much easier because you have little pockets and branches to kind of layer your flowers and whatever you're using inside without having to like hot glue it. Like if you were to use like the styrofoam form or whatever else, you know. So I'm just kind of layering these and spacing them out a little so that they look more fanned out versus like, do you see the pumpkin one to the left of my hand? Like, see how it's just all bundled together and just sticking up? Now, if you are like extra, like making guacamole at your table extra, I mean, I would say get more branches and let those branches stick out and look all full and fabulous, you know? But with my storm door, I couldn't do that. So that is why I cut all of these down individually. Don't worry, I won't go slow-mo and show you that. I just wanted to show you step by step how I was putting these into the wreath. So I did that. If you see the top layer to your right, I had already pre-done those. And then you see the difference of how it looks in the orange up there to my left. So again, I didn't hot glue any of these in, you guys. They are in like good. So that's what's nice too. You can reuse this. Am I going to do that? I am way too lazy. So that is a hard no for me. I would just keep this. I need to actually make like something to hang my wreaths up so that like they're not just like laying flat somewhere. Okay, that's the next idea. Okay, so we're finishing up. Sorry, my dogs and my kid are screaming upstairs. They start barking, he starts screaming. So see how those are in those branches? They're held up. They're awesome. Next, we are taking these flowers. Now, they had these last year, y'all, and they have them this year. And of course, if you watch Hocus Pocus, you know what the eye is from. It's from the spell book. So I knew I had to use these flowers. I used about 3 bundles of these. And I believe did I use 3 or 4? Maybe 4. Maybe it was like 2 purple and 2 black because they were pretty even. And what I'm doing is, again, this is just inspiration because really you can do anything you want with your wreath. But I am kind of just trying to space it out with like an eyeball flower and then a plain flower, a purple and a black. I did try putting 2 of like the eye flowers together. Do you see Everett? I had to take everything he did out and then redo it. I should just get them their own wreath to play around with. Ooh, that would be a fun little DIY for them. Like the smaller wreath ones from Dollar Tree. And they could hang it on their bedroom door. Oh, so cute. Okay. So I tried to take 2 of the eyeballs and put them next to each other, and you guys, that look so crazy. I believe I show it to you right here. Yeah, right here. And I was like, oh, that look just looks weird. I mean, it is creepy if you wanted to leave it, but I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like they're looking at me cross-eyed and I don't like it. So then you guys, I had a bundle of these flowers. You see the ones with the skull? I believe those are new this year. I could be wrong. Let me know. But I knew that I needed more on this wreath. So I ended up cutting some of those out. Then I got these glitter spiders from Dollar Tree. And you guys know what part this is from when they're running out of the house. And Sarah is like, oh, what a pretty little spider. And then bites it. Yeah, of course. So I had to, when I saw these spiders, had to add them. Okay, so as I'm filling this up, I'm like, crap, I need to figure out like where I'm putting my sign. Is it going to go above? Is it going to go behind? And if so, let's figure this out before I start putting everything on the wreath. So I don't know if I showed the front, which I probably didn't. This is a Dollar Tree sign. It's the one that says welcome and like the potion bottles that came out this year. And what I'm doing is I'm taking a pencil and I'm just kind of outlining how much space I'm going to have to put my design on my board. So as you can see, like I kind of marked it off. It's not going to be exact or anything, but at least I have like a guideline of like how big I could go with my design that's going to go on there. Do not mind my feet. So gross. But I didn't know how else to record this. Okay, so the pumpkins, you guys. At first, I started gluing them on, and it was taking forever for them to like adhere to like the branches. I mean, once they did, they were on and they were like solid. So if you love your hot glue away, all right? But I tried it a couple more times with it, and it was just taking so long. So here's the orange one. And then I got this like marvelous idea. I'm like, why don't I take the stems of the flowers and stick them in the bottom and use those? That way I'm not hot gluing. And then again, if you wanted to reuse this, you could just simply take everything out. Now I have to add though, what I don't show here, I ended up doing it later because the pumpkin started falling off those little stems. So make sure you're putting a little hot glue on the bottom and then sticking your stem in. So I show you right here, just sticking in the bottom, bending that at the base of it, and then using them just like I did the flowers to fill in our wreath. And these I'm trying to scatter as well. I didn't want, you know, like the purple's going together, the orange is going together, but then you'll see as this comes more together that like to fill it, I did put some light colors together and that was totally fine. Like this is just a fun wreath. So, and you guys, what a great way to like recycle instead of throwing all of that away and using like floral wire or something. Like, hello, reuse, repurpose. That's what's up. You know, I like save everything. So I was super excited when I thought of this. I'm probably not the first person to think of this, but you know, just let me have it. Okay. Let me have it for right now. Yes. So hot glue the bottoms on there and now they don't move at all. Cause at first I thought Hank totally ransacked my wreath, but when, I picked them up, they just come right off of the stick. So hot glue away. Y'all, if you love Hocus Pocus, tell me down below, like, what is your favorite part? Because, oh gosh, I feel like as I get older and I watch it like every day, there's more things that I hear that like I didn't like recognize when I was younger, obviously. Like Winnie, when she said, "I'll have your guts for goddess, girl." And I'm like, oh my God, that's so hilarious. And I mean, I didn't even hear that before. You know, like little things like that. But tell me what your favorite part of Hocus Pocus is. And if you don't like Hocus Pocus, y'all, I don't know if we could be friends. Like, it's kind of my life right now. Okay. I think it always will be. I go through phases though, because during Christmas time, I will watch, look at my cute little sweater. My girlfriend made me this too. During Christmas time, I put on the Santa Claus movies, all of them, and they're literally on repeat over and over. Okay, so our signing, guys. So I am measuring. You can see that it narrows in at the bottom. So I'm thinking of the length and the width because I definitely know I want words. Now, I'm going to show you the cameo. This is the Silhouette Studio. So if you have this, I hope this helps you. If you don't, you guys, my new computer is almost here and I will be hooking up my Cricut. So I keep anything that I find on Google in a separate folder called clip art. This helps me find them so much easier. And I also will label them so I can find them easier. So like anything Hocus Pocus related, I put in caps Hocus Pocus dash and then whatever the detail is on there. And that just helps me find my image better. Then I go over to the right side with the little butterfly, and that's your trace button. I'm going to trace this, and I'm going to change, sorry you guys, I forget what it's called on the right side, but you can see I am putting that up to, I think, like 95%. And that is whatever is highlighted, like see how it's turning yellow, and then I went way over. That is what it's going to trace out. So it's cutting that out of the image for me. Now, once I hit the trace button, I'm going to move my image over, and you will see there, it traced it for me. So now I have to release the compound path, because this is one image right now. I want to separate the ladies so that I can put them different colors and move them around. Then I need to group them together, because when you release the compound path, you're releasing like their mouth, their hair, all of that stuff is going to be separate. So you want to make them one again. So I'm highlighting all of them, and then I'm going up top and putting group together. All right, now I'm somebody that's very visual, so I need to make these the colors they're going to be. So of course, Mary is purple. And then we have Winifred, which is going to be orange, and Sarah, which I am going to turn to yellow. Come on, Sarah. Okay. So those are our girls. Now I'm going to go over to our page setup, and I know that where I want their faces on the board, we just measured it before, that is going to be 4 by 12. That is going to help me, because now I know how big I can put their faces, or how small I need to put them, where I can potentially position them. So that is why I measured before. That way I'm not playing a guessing game. You're not wasting your vinyl. You know exactly how big you can go. And they actually turned out, as you'll see, to be the perfect size. And then now I'm doing my words, and my words were, I think, 2 by 10. And so I changed my page setup here. As you can see, it got smaller. And now I'm just typing in, it's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. And I always start this way. You guys, if you can, how do I change this from blue to black? It used to be black, and now it shows up blue, and I can't stand it. It happened when I upgraded to the design studio. So anyways, so I clicked on, I have the font name. Sorry, you guys, I forgot what this one is. Bertilda. And I knew right away after blowing it up that I loved the way the Hocus Pocus looked, but I knew that I wanted It's Just a Bunch, a different text. So I go back, and we are going to change Hocus Pocus to the Bertilda, and we're going to set that over to the right. Then I'm going to go back over to the left to our text again, and I am now going to type out It's Just a Bunch of. I hope this helps you guys and it's not boring you. I know some people have questions on the design studio, but as I've seen from my poll, I can't believe how many people have the cameo. The Cricut. I was so shocked. So I'm super excited to get my hands on it. So here we go. It's Just a Bunch of. Love that. I believe this one is Always, I believe, is the font. Again, I will link them down in the description box. And now I'm going to put my girls right above so I could see how this is all going to look together. And I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go ahead and we are going to cut that image out. I don't go through that, you guys. I just wanted to show you kind of my design process and how I got that image. All right, so back to our board. So I have those lines there, and I don't paint past the lines because I figured they're going to be hidden by like the wood branches of the wreath, but you'll see what I do later. And I couldn't get that nail or that ribbon off, but we will cover her up. Do not worry. Okay, so here are my stencils, or my decals, or whatever. So to show you guys, Okay, so I used the Apple Barrel acrylic black, right? Dried it, went to go put my permanent vinyl on, and it would not stick. I don't know why, because the paint was completely dry. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. It, like, look, it just comes right up. Like, I just peel it there. It would not adhere to this. So then I went back with my Folk Art Rich Black chalk paint, and I painted it, and then I let it dry. And then I go back after it's dry and try to apply it. And I'm like, please, 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 just work for your girl, okay? So it works. Okay, so I put that on the bottom. It is the perfect size. It worked out so great. And then for the girls, I did different vinyl for each of them. So Mary, I did, who am I doing first? Sarah, I'm doing in like a gold glitter. Winifred is like this super shiny orange because she's, you know, she's the head bee. She's got to be different. And then Mary is going to be purple glitter. And you guys, glitter vinyl is so hard to pick up on transfer paper. I think the only luck I ever have picking it up, like you'll see how hard Mary is the Cricut. I think it's the Strong Grip. I think that's what it's called. Transfer paper. That is the only transfer paper that ever grabs on to my glitter vinyl. Like here I'm using, I think, the Dollar Tree contact paper. And then I also tried my new one. And it was kind of hard to, you'll see Mary. Oh my gosh. I was like, Mary wants to stick to everything but my transfer paper. She wanted to stick to my nail, to my weeding tool, to everything. And I was like, can you keep your eyes in place? I mean, this girl was giving me a tough time. I'm like, it's not my fault that you're like the third favorite of the sisters. Like, not my fault, girl. Just get on my board, make me happy. So there she is. She good now. She all good. Okay, look at how cute. I feel like this reminds me of like when they're singing at the town hall. They just look fancy. Okay, so now I'm applying some floral wire. And all I'm doing is stapling it with a regular stapler crisscross. And then I'm twisting it up to just make sure that it's not going anywhere. And I did make these quite long. That way I know that I can put them through my wreath. And do not do that with your scissors, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, you guys, I changed into my Halloween leggings. I was just feeling super festive. Look at you guys. Look at how cute that sign is. Like, look at your girl Winifred. She is on fleek. Yes, love her. Okay, so sorry. This sign is so gorgeous. Okay, so all I did was take the wire from the back and feed it up to the top, and I'm just twisting and twisting and twisting, and then kind of like push them down. And look, it's on there. It's good. She ain't going nowhere. I didn't want it on top because I wanted all of my stuff up there, you know. I feel like I need a little something right. See on the right side of me by Sarah? I need maybe another flower or something. So obviously my board was showing a little bit, you guys. So I went ahead and got my black chalk paint and just covered it up. It dried and that's it. Y'all, that's it. That is your Hocus Pocus wreath. Okay, and that cost me around, like, all the supplies together, around $20. And this is a huge wreath. This is 24 inches. So for $20, I just wanted to show you my hot husband. I'm sorry. Eye candy, you're welcome. So, okay. Look at how gorgeous this looks. This would even look cute maybe with like the spell book as like your sign in the middle that says welcome, or like come in if you come in for a spell, you know, something like that. But I am stoked, you guys. I hope this inspired you to get super creative and make a wreath for the holidays, if it be fall, Halloween, whatever it is. But your girl is super excited that Halloween is here. You will probably see me make a ton of Hocus Pocus stuff So be prepared. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing weekend.